Well, let's crash it, people. Anansi here, and welcome back to Jade Empire. In the last one, we finished up the Black Leopard School and earned the Heaven's Blessing Gem, which gives us a wind barrier that does constant damage to anyone who hits us. In this one, we're going to start the Imperial Arena. After seeing the guy get his butt utterly handed to him for, I forget what it was. I think it sounds like he took a bribe. At any rate, scroll scan. Imperial champions, gaze upon these words with reverence, for they offer some small slice of the history of the most glorious contest in the arena. The Ravager, deadly, cold, and precise. The Ravager refuses to speak and shows no care for the crowd, but none can question his deadly strength. Wildly popular with the more bloodthirsty members of our crowd, the Ravager's rare fights are always sold out. Raging Ox. All of the Imperial City fondly remembers Raging Ox, our recently retired Imperial champion. Quick with a smile and famous for his antics both in and out of the ring, Ox's legend will live many lifetimes. Kylon the Serpent. Kylon's phenomenal control over magic and his intense focus made him one of the greatest champions to grace the ring of the Imperial Arena. Cold and imperious, Kylon played to the crowd to cultivate a love-hate relationship that has persisted to this day. Okay, I want to get this a brief history of what's going on. Hello, bet taker. Don't mind me. I'm just wandering through here.
You? What could you possibly want? You're not here to bet, are you? Betting's only open when there's a match on, and right now, I don't see hundreds of people screaming at me, so I can assume there's no match on.
I'll get back to her standing here.
Good, you do that. I need all the quiet I can get before the matches start. Have to build it up so I don't go insane when the crowds come.
I wonder if this is what all bet takers are like. Like, just worn down from taking all the bets people screaming at them. Thunderous Tauron.
Welcome! It's always good to see a new face at the counter. If you've got silver to spend, I'll be happy to help you out.
Nope.
I'm known as Thunderous Tauron, and you are my most honored customer right now, so you have all of my attention.
Do you have anything I might be interested in?
You look like a warrior to my eye, probably not fit for the odds and sods the usual patrons might pick up.
Okay, tell me more about the arena.
The man to see is named Kui the Promoter. He knows everything there is to know about this place. Might even be looking for a new body to fill out the roster. This could be your chance. If you're interested, he's usually up in his office, up and around to the back.
Okay, that's all I need for now.
Stop by again. Miniature Ravager hoods for the kids are coming in any day now. You know you'll want two.
Okay, so looks like he's just a souvenir guy. Not exactly a merchant I need to talk to. Get a focus stand and a cheese stand down there, but I'm full up on stuff.
There are rumors flitting about the city that you seek the attentions of the executioners. These rumors come from the palace itself, leaving me intrigued. You are a novice with no standing in the arena. What makes you think you are of any interest to me?
I am the most skilled fighter here.
Then show it with your skills, not your mouth. Anyone can talk about their victories. I need people who let actions speak for them. If you were to knock Iron Soldier from his perch as Silver Division champion, I would be impressed. I will be here if you wish to petition me further, but I don't acknowledge anything less than the best. Return when you are worthy, and no sooner.
Okay then. Well, we have our first request for their tavern keeper.
Ukir okir wo napiayeru ukir sotiwi.
You look like a strong fellow. Probably need a few bowls to put you under a table, which is good. Not many people stopping by recently. What? This place is busy right now?
Nano wo nawaftata sini here uk uno.
Is it? I didn't notice, but you're the customer, so it's all as you say. Aren't you the owner? Shouldn't you know?
Wo nawayir sunpunao boku narawayir uk.
As you say, I certainly should. No drink. I need nothing from you right now.
Sunkut no ka kapir.
Did you ever do? I'll be there. Okay. Oh, Lust. No, wait, that's the waitress. My bad. So we have, I saw a name here. The Bow. Lustful Lao. This was what I was talking about.
How dare you interrupt me?
It's impossible to interrupt someone who is doing nothing, fool.
If you must know, I, Lustful Lao, conqueror of the female kingdom, was emanating my yang. It is but one of my many irresistible charms.
Oh, we've got one of these guys. Yeah. Since I've already interrupted, do you have time for a few questions, or what charms are those?
You don't see my brimming knowledge of the 232 points of pleasure as documented by Menshi Zhao, the salacious scholar? Or that I perform the stretches outlined in the writings of the now disbanded lascivious order of the abbotless monks every morning? If even these simple things are beyond your ken, sir, then Lustful Lao has no time to spare on you.
This guy cannot be serious. I mean, I've seen Desperate, but my God, and he has a lisp. You know he's a creep when he has a lisp. I've hit back here. Chef, head chef, and scroll stand. Cannibal Cookbook Volume 1. What? I'm sorry, what? The Cannibal Cookbook. Oh dear. Valued customer, while we appreciate your business, the staff of the Heart of the Empire politely request that you keep your nose out of ours. To assure that you will no longer wish to pry into our recipes, please enjoy this excerpt recently unearthed in the South. Leg of lamb. This hearty meal was first discovered by Yu Lam. The hunter stumbled upon our community. For 5 to 10 people, use just one leg. The other can be pickled for later or roasted slowly in smoke to preserve it. For larger groups, use both legs of an adult male or female. Boil the legs in a large pot for 2 hours with the following ingredients: 20 gallons of fresh water, 3 tablespoons of salt, half a cup of rosemary, 3 cups of spiced wine. Summer wine is best if you can get it. 3 bags of onions, 4 whole garlic cloves, and a dash of ginger. When the legs have about half an hour left, add some skinned potatoes and leeks. Can be served on the bone or in steaks. I don't know what to say to that. I don't even know. I really don't know. I really do not know. Has to be the oddest way to prevent people from taking your stuff. I mean, really. Camera down, Sean. Then we have Bow.
Leave me alone.
Very well then. Vinegar, got a Spectator, looks like Lustful Lao. Gentle Breezes, what's up?
Sorry, big boy. I'm not open for business. Judge Fang's got me on his payroll, and he doesn't like me taking customers on the side. Unless you're into something twisted, then he might want to watch. Fang's always looking for some new perversion to make his little soldier stand at attention.
Who are you?
My name is Gentle Breezes, but everyone just calls me Breezes now. I guess you lose your gentle side when you spend too many nights with Judge Fang. Fang's my benefactor, if you know what I mean. I do all the things that make him happy. Filthy, nasty things. But at least that sick bastard pays well.
Who is Judge Fang?
Judge Fang's the head of the Ministry of Harmony. He's sitting in the next room with his guards. Likes to come and watch the arena fights. The blood and the beatings in the ring get his fever burning for later. Sometimes that bastard takes it out on me. Other times he makes me take it out on him. He doesn't seem to care either way. There are few things more twisted than Judge Fang's idea of a fun night.
You don't like Fang much, do you?
I hate him. He's a vile, repulsive deviant. He likes to hurt. When things are bad, a man like that leaves scars. emotional and physical. Look, I've been around. I know people do strange and disturbing things behind locked doors. But nothing like this. There's no act too brutal or shameful for Judge Fang. He's into all sorts of things, and he's no stranger to pain. I know that all too well.
Well, hot damn, it sounds like you signed up for some really twisted stuff. Why do you work for him?
I've thought about quitting. Every night. But I heard what happened to the last girl who tried to leave Fang. He's not the kind of man you just walk away from. He sees me as a possession. His possession. He's not just going to let me go. He's got the wealth and power to find me wherever I run. I'm stuck with Judge Fang until he's tired of me. I've come to accept that. It's a hard, grim fact. But at least he pays well.
So you're a courtesan who got bought out by the worst kind of deviant. Oh, sweet Jesus. Tell me more about Judge Fang.
Fang's head of the Ministry of Harmony, so he controls taxes and executions across the Empire. That makes him a very rich and powerful man. Even the Lotus Assassins are wary of Judge Fang, probably because they know he's just as vile and corrupt as they are. All the rumors about him are true. He's the most infamous degenerate in the Imperial City. And I work for him.
I want to ask you something else.
Go ahead. It's not like I'm going to tell you anything that isn't common knowledge.
Goodbye.
Good. Let me rest. I've got a feeling I'm in for a long night tonight.
Well, that is just depressing. Yeah. Pretty Lily.
Wuwuir wakwakir fonir sisa ukopkipo kusu ukut.
I hate the constant push of the crowds, don't you? At least I'll be gone from here soon.
Kwanak apiyir, kwanaruk tatisir si usta.
That's why I cheer for Iron Soldier. He sneers at the crowds, the fighters, even assists them. None of them can defeat him.
The kawa ir ap ofir wowowir wak fonui unka.
It must be new around here. I may not care to spend time with the people who frequent this place, but I can remember faces. What do you want with me? I guess tell me about yourself.
Yawar ir wo swire susu no.
Why, think you can steal me away from Soldier? You don't stand a chance. I need a man, not a boy.
Utarawi ir kupkitir sanir naur kurk wu pan.
I keep an eye on things for Soldier's sake. I even help him train and work out any tension he might be feeling after a fight. What sort of things do you keep an eye on?
Kop awuka inir wo afawafi ithaturo turo uk.
New fighters like yourself, and also try to keep tabs on what Kylon the Serpent and his goon Lucky Cho are up to. What can you tell me about Kylon?
The kawa ir ap wo ofir wowowir wak fonui unka.
He's no one to worry yourself about. You're not important enough to catch the gaze. And if you're smart, you'll keep it that way. Now I guess tell me about Lucky Cho.
Utarawi ir kupkitir sanir naur kurk wu pan.
People talk to Lucky Cho they want to bet big on one of the fights. He won't take silver from you if you're a fighter or he doesn't know you very well, however.
Wuyo ir nawarir kunowurk nuka uk kin piir ukir ifuir wu.
Cho collects on his best the hardest way possible. It's a bad idea to cross him. Feel free to test his patience if you don't believe me. I should get back to what I was doing.
Kop awuka inir wo afawafi ithaturo turo uk.
Off you go. Soldier and I have things to discuss. This must be Iron Soldier.
Another pathetic gawker here to bask in the glory that is Iron Soldier, the Silver Division champion? What in all the Empire do you want?
Well, he's certainly abrasive. I'd like to ask you a few questions.
Questions? I'm going to waste my time on a pathetic dirt kicker like yourself? Not a chance. And please, don't bother firing yourself up to challenge me out of some fool notion of pride. Things aren't done that way here. The guards stop all fighting unless it happens in the pit, or they want it to happen.
Ignore this trash. He's been mocking the Imperial Army for years with his name, and I can't think why they haven't dealt with him yet.
Just leave me alone. I don't talk to spectators.
Okay, I guess we'll have to deal with that later. Yeah, see? Oh, Crimson Kana, what's up?
Thawir nis tu kuiruk. Ayer fun. Soir irwu nisir tintina yewir.
Greetings, I am Prosperous Kana, known in the Prosperous East. No, not Prosperous Kana. Greetings, I am Crimson Kana, known in the Prosperous East for my swordsmanship. I came here to test my abilities, but have found my will and purity of spirit tested as well.
Wo ifuir uk sunurk danowe na wafta tasieruk. On we pifir.
Forgive me, I should not speak so to a spectator. If you have questions, you should speak to Kui, the promoter. Can I ask you a few questions about the arena?
Oxair caritas fonir sisayir ir furk tatasir. Ir karano sakupono.
Your eyes tell me that you have already seen much in the way of battle. Ask what you will. I welcome another worthy challenger among the ranks. How is this arena structured?
Wo panaro wosawir tatasi ni wasunir prawun. Wosawir kokonatoi.
With its 3 divisions, this is the Empire's largest tournament. Some, like me, come for the challenge. Others, like Raging Ox, come for the coin. How do I start fighting?
Tir nik puntuir. Poir nokauk. Soir takitir noni.
Kui, the promoter, points the way in this place. Be warned, though, he does not always see the path before he sets you upon it. What path are we talking about?
Oxir watuafu ni froto usosawir. Uktatasir ni ryoki.
Just be aware that this place does not always hold the fighter's best interests at heart. Okay, that's all I'm going to ask right now.
Wo yo wir shakes here, woso.
May your battles bring you peace. Let's go over to the back here and Dr. On.
Fascinating. How very interesting to meet you. Fate may have robbed me of my sight at a young age, but I can still sense the energy within your meridians. Impressive, and yet somewhat strange.
What's strange about my energy?
I don't know what it is about you exactly, but I would say you have been trained like no other warrior in this place. What I do know is that several of the techniques pioneered by what we call the new schools would have astonishing effects on one with your energy.
The new schools of what?
Allow me a formal introduction. I am Dr. An, acupuncturist. I do not recognize your voice, but within it I can hear the energy of one trained for combat. Perhaps you should talk to Kui the promoter. He often seeks new warriors to do battle in these ancient halls.
Show me what you have to sell.
Of course. Have a look.
So Dr. On has a couple of new techniques for us to learn. And a lot of them are actually incredibly beneficial. So, the cleansed body and mind gives us plus 15 to health and plus 5 to focus. Once the body has been purified in the correct manner, with all the forces and pressures of the body in proper balance, one will find one's strength greatly increased and more able to resist the hardships of life, and the mind clearer, more ready to adapt. This is actually a pretty good one to get, so we'll go ahead and grab it. Vigorous body. The body is a harbor for many poisons and toxins that accumulate within. Without the proper steps to release these poisons, the body can become slow and sluggish. By cleansing these and allowing the blood to flow more freely, a person can become much more vigorous. This rush of health has a slight disrupting effect on that person's chi. So this gives you plus 10 to health and minus 5 to chi. Not bad, actually. The clear mind gives you plus 10 to focus, minus 1 to intimidation. By far one of the best if you're a weapons user, in this game, in Jade Empire. A clear mind can see truly where a clouded one cannot. Removing the imbalances from the body that distract the mind can greatly increase one's clarity and focus. This new thoughtfulness will make an individual seem slightly distracted to those who do not understand. And the porcelain skin, plus 2 to charm, minus 4 to chi. A clear complexion is the hallmark of a healthy and attractive individual. By correctly balancing the forces within one's body, one can improve one's outward appearance. Such vanity does true enlightenment no favors. So not a bad one to use. And then we have intuition gems. We don't really need a lot of these. Let's see, do we have anything that we can sell? Nope, no we do not. But just like that, we pretty much improved a good chunk.
Intolerable. One more mistake, Kui, and I'll have you retired. Finding someone else is your problem. But enough! Find a solution and leave me alone.
This is not an appropriate time to... Wait a moment. You have the look of a fighter about you. Those hands, that stance, even your eyes. I'd know that look anywhere. You must be here to join the most glorious contest in the Empire. Isn't it fortunate that Lucky Cho and I were just discussing how this place needs an M-fusion of new blood?
This place houses the finest competition in the Empire. If you wish to hone your skills, you will find few challenges more worthy.
Come with me a moment and we'll engagitate in some dissertation about the best decision you'll ever make.
Okay, Phil.
This is turning out to be an excellent day, most ostentatious indeed.
Does anyone else get a Phil vibe from Hercules? I mean, Disney's Hercules? Don't you mean auspicious?
I apologize if I'm using words beyond your grasp. Very few people can match either the supply or the command of my language.
I'll just mark you down as an idiot. Carry on.
Strong build, good shoulders, not half bad looking either. You've got what it takes to make it in today's arena.
What are you getting at?
The question is, can you fight? Are you worthy of the arena? I say the answer is a clarion and resounding yes. I've heard that you were asking around and talking to some of our best and brightest. Your interest tells me all that I need to know about you. What say we get you signed up for the greatest attraction in all the Empire? The arena awaits.
Before I agree to anything, I need to know the rules of this tournament.
Here you fight for silver. Glory is yours for the taking if you value it. The rewards start small, but in the gold division, you could easily retire on your winnings. In fact, our last champion, Raging Ox, did just that. Suddenly up and left to enjoy his winnings, clearing the way for the Ravager to take his place. You'll start low and advance on my say-so, but I can already tell you're going to expel in this place. You'll not languish in the qualifiers for long.
If I joined the arena, who or what would I face?
You will face the flashing blade of Crimson Kana, the stern resolve of Iron Soldier, and the, troublesome triumvirate of the Sung Brothers. If you defeat these veterans, you will face the Ravager, our newest champion, who tore his way through the divisions to replace the now-retired Raging Ox. Go ask them yourselves if you want to know more. Hapless Hans faced more than a few of them too, if you want his perspications.
Are these fights deadly?
Do you have any idea how much paperwork I have to do when a contestant of the Empire's finest tournament dies? Wards and spells have protected fighters in this place since its construction. It's been easily 20 years since they failed.
What happened 20 years ago?
It was a dark day. My predecessor lost several good men when the spells failed during an event he'd ironically dubbed the Feast of the Ogres.
What if someone specifically tries to dispel the protections?
I'm no sorcerer, but I suppose it could happen. Still, any magically inclined person would notice something like that. Even if someone removed them, the protections would reweave themselves automatically in time. They've done so before.
Okay, I want to join the arena.
That's the spirit of the thing. Now, what name precedes you in your travels?
I am the egregious provatiator, respected scholar and grower of pipeweed. I'm shocked you haven't heard of me.
I've heard that one before. Have you any idea how many board students peramputate down here from the Scholar's Garden? Think of something that would sound engaging, ringing down from the rafters. That's how we'll bill you.
So here you get to pick your name. You can go by the Raging Dragon, the Silver Phoenix, or Tiger Lifts the Mountain. I'm going to say bill me as Silver Phoenix because it's a lot catchier and not crazy like tiger lifts the mountain.
Silver Phoenix. Silver Phoenix. Conjures up quite an image. Are you certain?
Yes, that's what I want.
Then that is what you shall have. Come and tell me when you're ready for a fight, and I'll get you started. Since you're new, you'll start in the qualifying rounds. The money's small at that level, but it's there. Any other questions?
That's all I need to know.
One other thing. You should talk to the other fighters now and then. They will be watching you, and you should get to know them as well.
We're all one big happy family.
You're a big happy idiot, Han.
As you can see, they always have something to say.
Okay. What can you tell me about the champion of my division?
Han isn't a champion exactly, but he's solid enough that all fighters must beat him before they can leave the qualifiers. I like hapless Han personally. He never quits trying. Reminds me of a young me trying to clamber my way up from the streets. He'll go far, you rest assured.
Tell me about my next fight.
For your first match, we'll start you off against a mighty ogre. I'll be watching your style closely to see how you fare. Impress me, and I'll take you to the top. Even our great champions start out against the ogre. Take Raging Ox, who danced around the beast singing drunkenly to earn the crowd's favor, or the Ravager, who defeated him in a single blow. I should take a moment and explain the system we use here.
I'll figure it out. Yes, please, let's explain the procedures here.
I like to keep things simple and organized. Any other way, and things get more convoluted than the celestial court on the Emperor's birthday. When you're ready for your match, ask me about it, and I'll give you a quick summary of your opponent. I'll be setting up your matches, of course. Various enchantments woven in this place keep the fights from being deadly, but they're no less real. You'll feel the pain if you don't keep your defense up. Are you ready to get started?
Yes, let's begin.
Excellent. Follow me and we'll get you ready for your next match.
Hapless Han, the unofficial champion of the qualifying division, is eager to learn from as many fighters as possible. Hapless Han is the guy who had the black eye. He's essentially the Frieza of this arena. If you know anything about Dragon Ball Z, you know what that means. He's essentially the fighter you have to beat to prove that you have skill. However, unlike Frieza, he wasn't, as far as I know, he wasn't skilled to begin with. Or at the very least, he's not known to be skilled.
A new warrior does battle with the Beast.
Now, as you can see, with the Heaven's Blessing, we have well, that was quick, but as you can tell with Heaven's Blessing, there is an aura around us now. Anytime someone hits us, they will take damage. Think of it like what happens when we fight the horse demons and our fists catch on fire. I should also mention that if you want to fight the horse demons without having your fists catch on fire and getting immolated, if you had picked the ice power up at the start of the game, it would make that fight a lot easier. I picked the dragon power because of course I did. Then there's a giant dragon on Furious Ming's back, so I'm like, okay, let's go ahead and go with that.
That was an impressive beginning. Normally I'd have started you off against something easier, but you practically ooze potential. You've caught the eyes of the other fighters as well. Go ask them if you don't believe me.
That really was a fantastic bout.
Beating the ogre's nothing special. I could have done better bound and blinded.
Sometimes you don't even need to ask. One fight does not make a champion, though. There are many more opponents ahead of you. Let's move on, shall we?
Now, you can go ahead and jump into our next fight, but we're at time, so there's nothing else I need from you, Kui.
Be sure to return when you're ready to continue your climb through the qualifying round.
Now remember, we're in the Bronze Division. That means that we have to work up to the Silver Division in order to catch the eye of the Inquisitor. Before we do anything else,
some great new items.
the Golden Tongue. Before we do anything else, I actually want to grab the Leaping Tiger fighting style. Trust me on this? Well, I'll say trust me on this. You don't have to do this now, but I do want to grab this style. Next we'll get the Lightning Gem and the Tiger Mantra. And just like that, I think we'll call it a part here today. I've been Anansi, you've been awesome, and next time, we're going to climb our way through the ranks and deal with the rest of the fighters, which are actually, I believe, all inside this room. If my memory, yeah, I believe they are all inside this room, so you don't have to go out of your way to speak to them. This room is closed because of course they are, and here are the Sung brothers. Anyway, deuces.